Hi, my name is Audrey, and today I am going to be sharing with you guys my to-be-read list of the books that I currently own. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first book on my to-be-read, which I am sharing with you, is called The Night Circus. I believe I started it, but then I stopped it. I'm kind of bad about that. Like, if it doesn't immediately, hook me, sometimes I stop and don't pick it up again for a while. It says it's about a circus that, randomly appears, basically. It wasn't there yesterday. It's there today. Nobody was told about it. There's a duel between two young magicians. Their names are Cecilia and Marco, and they've been trained since childhood for this purpose, and they don't know this, but basically it's a game in which only one of them will live, it sounds like. It says only one can be left standing. Basically, Cecilia and Marco fall into love, and then it causes a domino effect of dangerous events, leaving the lives of everyone from the performers to the patrons hanging in the balance. Anywho, this is my to-be-read. It sounds really good. My next one that I'm going to show you guys is actually a trilogy. It's the Asylum series. I think that I started the first book. It's Asylum, Sanctum, and Catacomb. I think I started the first one because you can kind of tell up here. It's where it's worn. It says that each of the books are, they show real photographs from real asylums, and they are filled with mystery and page-turning suspense. The Asylum series treads the line between past and present, genius and insanity. So it kind of sounds like it's a historical fiction type, mystery kind of book, possibly. This is my to-read as well. They look pretty short, they're not super thick or anything. They're only this thick. Yeah, these next two books are Nothing is Okay and Our Numbered Days. Nothing is Okay is a poetry book by Rachel Wiley, and then Our Numbered Days is a poetry book by Neil Hilborn. Again, my favorite poet of all time. I've started both of them, actually. There's bookmarks in them, so I'm leaving them in my to-be-read because I'm not finished with them. So I need to finish these. Both of them I really love, and they're very interesting, and I definitely recommend. The next book I have is All the Bright Places. It says it's told in alternating voices when Theodore Finch and Violet Markey meet on the ledge of the bell tower at school, both teetering on the edge. It's the beginning of an unlikely relationship, a journey to discover the natural wonders of the state of Indiana, and the two teens' desperate desire to heal and save one another. Jennifer Nevin, I don't know. But yeah, that's the author, All the Bright Places. I did indeed start this book, but again, I do not see a bookmark, and I don't remember finishing it. I'm not sure what's up with this. So the next book that's in my to-be-read is The Self-Care Prescription by Dr. Robin L. Govan, because she has a PhD. And the author is a clinical psychologist. And it basically says the self-care prescription empowers you to find balance and purpose in your relationships, work, and life. From creating a plan to spend more time with a family and friends to zeroing in on a fulfilling career, this book will help you create a personalized self-care plan. You'll also learn actionable techniques to fight anxiety, demotivation, or whatever else is holding you back from building the life you want to live. Taylor actually got me this book for my 21st birthday last year. The next book I have is called One of Us is Lying. I started this my senior year of high school, and for context, I'm about to graduate with my bachelor's next spring, so I'm almost a senior in college. And it says, pay close attention, you might solve this. On Monday afternoon, 5 students at Bayview High walk into detention. Bronwyn, the brain, is Yale-bound and never breaks a rule. Addie, the beauty, is the picture-perfect homecoming princess. Nate, the criminal, is already on probation for dealing. Cooper, the athlete, is the all-star baseball pitcher player. And Simon, the outcast, is the creator of Bayview High's notorious gossip app. Only Simon never makes it out of that classroom. Before the end of detention, Simon's dead, and according to the investigators, his death wasn't an accident. On Monday, he died, but on Tuesday, he'd planned to post juicy reveals about all 4 of his high-profile classmates, which makes all 4 of them suspects in his murder. Or are they just the perfect patsies for a killer who's still on the loose? Everyone has secrets, right? What really matters is how far you would go to protect them. It is by Karen McManus. Oh, in the first two books, I forgot to say who they were by. The first two that I shared. The Night Circus is by Erin Morgenstern. The Asylum series is by Madeline Rowe. I think that's how you say it, Madeline Rowe. And then this is another one that is in my to be read. It's 101 Secrets for Your 20s by Paul Engon. I got this for my 20th birthday. And the next book is called This Is Where It Ends by Merky Ninjkamp. I'm very sorry if I'm butchering that again. It's a book about a school shooting and the aftermath of the school shooting. This is the next book that I'm planning on reading, and it's called I'm Not Dying With You Tonight, and it is told in two different perspectives, I believe. The summary says, Lena and Campbell aren't friends. Lena has her killer style and her awesome boyfriend and a plan. She knows she's going to make it big. Campbell, on the other hand, is just trying to keep her head down and get through the year at her new school. While both girls attend the Friday night football game, what neither expects is for everything to descend into sudden mass chaos. Chaos born from violence and hate. Chaos that unexpectedly throws them together. They aren't friends. They hardly understand the other's point of view, but none of that matters when the city is up in flames. They only have each other to rely on if they're going to survive the night. And then the following book that is in my to be read is called The Romantics. It is by Leah Conan. It says it's a rom-com about love told by love, so it's the perspective of love. I am love, your trusty narrator. I'm here, ditching my cloak of mystery, talking to you straight to tell you a love story. Gail Brennan is a serious type, a total Romeo, aka a romantic, a high school senior who has no idea what I've got in store for him. Only one problem. Gail is about to fall head over heels for the wrong girl. And I've got to do everything in my power to stop him. Because there's a reason dear Gail needs me in his life. A big one. And let's just say it's not so he'll have someone to take to prom. Before you protest, let me assure you that I can't force people to do anything. I don't have a pouch full of arrows or a curio full of potions. But that doesn't mean I don't have my ways. This is very interesting. I'm not really like a big rom-com gal. I mean, I don't read a lot of rom-coms. I feel like romantic novels, whatever you would call it, romantic fiction. But yeah, this sounds really good, and I'm actually super, super excited to read this. The following book that I have is, it is called Eleanor and Park, and it is by Rainbow Rowell. I actually have started this. You can see it says, two misfits, one extraordinary love. Eleanor, red hair, wrong clothes, standing behind him until he turns his head, lying beside him until he wakes up, making everyone else seem drabber and flatter and never good enough. Eleanor, Park, he knows she'll love a song before he plays it for her. He laughs at her jokes before she ever gets to the punchline. There's a place in on his chest, just below his throat, that makes her want to keep promises. Park. Set over the course of one school year, this is the story of two star-crossed 16-year-olds smart enough to know that first love almost never lasts, but brave enough and desperate enough to try. But yeah, it looks like I'm on page 88 of this book, but some of these books I'm probably gonna have to restart because it's been so long since I picked them up and actually read them. My next book is Lauren Oliver's Replica. It is told in the two main characters' different voices, so it's you read the full thing in Lyra's point of view, and then you turn it over and you could read the full thing in Gemma's point of view. It looks like I'm on Lyra's point of view, and it looks like I am on page 120 of Lyra's point of view. The summary says, two girls, two stories, one epic novel. Gemma has been in and out of hospitals her whole life. A sickly child, she has grown into a lonely adolescent whose life is circumscribed by home, school, and her best friend April. But after she is nearly abducted by a stranger claiming to know her, Gemma starts to investigate her family's past and discover her father's mysterious connection to the secretive Haven research facility. Hungry for answers, she travels to Florida, only to stumble upon 2 human models, or replicas, 24 and 72, a completely new set of questions. As Gemma tries to unravel the mysteries of Haven, she learns terrible truths about herself and her family that will threaten to destroy everything she loves. While the stories of Gemma and Lyra mirror each other, each contains breathtaking revelations critically important to the other story. Their narratives can be read separately or in alternating chapters. In either case, the 2 distinct parts of this astonishing novel combine to produce an unforgettable experience for its 2 young heroines and for the reader. It is by Lauren Oliver. I'm very excited to get back into this. Again, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to start from where I was, I have to start over, but yeah. Our next book that we have is called We All Looked Up by Tommy Wallach. It's this book, and the only summary that's on the back is very short, but it says that they said that the asteroid would be here in 2 months. They gave us 2 months to leave our labels behind, 2 months to become something bigger than what we'd been, something that would last even after the end, 2 months to really live. And then it is called Carve the Mark, and it is by the same author as the Divergent series, Veronica Roth. And she's such a great author. When I found out that she was coming out with this book, I found it as soon as I could, as soon as it was out. In a galaxy powered by the current, everyone has a gift. Kyra is the sister of the brutal tyrant who rules the Shade-Tote people. Kyra's current gives her pain and power, something her brother exploits, using her to torture his enemies. But Kyra is much more than just a blade in her brother's hand. She's resilient, quick on her feet, and smarter than he knows. Akos is the son of a farmer and an oracle from the frozen nation planet of Thuvi. Protected by his unusual current gift, Akos is generous in spirit, and his loyalty to his family is limitless. Once Akos and his brother are captured by enemy Shade-Tote soldiers, some of this is like a tongue twister. Akos is desperate to get to his brother out alive, and no matter what the cost. Then Akos is thrust into Kyra's world, and the enmity between their countries and family seems insurmountable. Will they help each other to survive, or will they destroy each other? So this kind of sounds like fantasy. I don't know, would it be fantasy or I'll have to Google what the genre is for this because I'm not really sure. Pretty much you've seen all my books. There's a few books, 2 or 3 books I didn't add in this, but yeah, you've pretty much seen all my books that I own now, all of them that I have read, and all of them that I'm either currently reading, in the middle of reading, or haven't started at all. But yeah, it was really fun to share these with you guys, and I believe the next video I'm probably going to do is going to be a 24-hour reading challenge or something like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified every single time I upload, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!